I'm a little famous.
Yeah.
People are very interested in my life, and I like to, tell when I go to the doctors. I spend a lot of time there. I like
I'm
to.
so sorry.
Yeah.
Pay attention. Creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Hip, poopy square.
The Playable Characters Podcast. Hey, everybody. Welcome to level 181 of Playable Characters Podcast. My name is Brian McGinnis. As you know, thanks for joining us again during year 12 of quarantine. Happy you guys can listen to the podcast still. I'm surprised we still have internet, to be honest. I'm surprised that just didn't go away. Trump was like, they don't need that anymore. I don't know. This world's coming to an end, guys. I've been in this closet for 3.5 years, I feel like, and my wife won't let me out. But no, I'm glad you guys are listening, and I hope you got your PlayStation 5s pre-ordered. I haven't yet, because it's been a mess, as you guys know, that are paying attention to this stuff. Hey, if you got yours, let me know. If you got two, send one to me. But hey, let's dive in. I'm so excited for today's guest. Holy cow, we've actually had requests for this lady, this young lady, a long time ago, to have her on the show. Everyone I think everybody in the world has played Double Dragon, it seems like. It was a very popular Nintendo game. Everybody knows. And it starts with this horrific scene of a beautiful young lady getting just fucking punched right in the stomach by a gang, by a couple of thugs. So we're going to talk to her today. We have Marian from Double Dragon. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, it's so wonderful to be here, Brian. I am a big fan.
Oh, thank you. First of all, I'm so excited that you're in a good mood. I didn't know if you were...
I am. Oh, sorry. My stomach hurts a little. I am in a great mood. It's just every now and then I get these, pains over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I get these pains in my stomach, but I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, you still have stomach pain from that?
I do.
Wow. Yeah, you don't usually see a guy just uppercut a woman in the stomach in video games.
No. And as tough as I am, and I'm tough.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. How's it's crazy that it happened. So I was going to ask you, how's your tummy now? But you said you still have a couple of pains every now and then.
So I still do have, a little bit of the pains every now and then. But listen, I thank my lucky stars. It happens. It's a part of who I am.
Really? Yeah. So have you used this to what do you do? Like, what have you been up to since that happened? Like they punched you, they dragged you away.
They did.
And then obviously we know the Lee brothers, Billy and Jimmy, tried to, save you, right? So.
Jimmy did try to save me. Now, as you know, so I've really just been. I do a lot. I mean, listen, I like to call myself. How do you say it? I'm a little famous.
Sure, yeah.
People are very interested in my life, and I like to, tell when I go to the doctors. I spend a lot of time there. I like
I'm
to.
So sorry.
Yeah. But what is so funny is that I was always a lone wolf, never really had many friends. And this sort of opened my world. And sure, I had to endure a lot to get here, but
yeah. Wow.
Very happy with it.
Did the guy who punched you and all those gang members, did they say anything to you right before? Because you were just kind of standing there minding your business, and they just kind of walked up to you, and the guy just went, "Hua!" What? Take us back to right before that happens.
A lot of people ask me this, Brian, and I never reveal, but I feel as if today I want to make the reveal as to what exactly happened.
Oh, I can't wait.
Well, I was friendly with a lot of the gang members, and to be quite honest with you, a lot of them are very, they write poetry, they cry, they're very soft, they don't have a lot of guts. So it was actually my idea. I said to them, why don't we, as soon as we book this job with the Double Dragon, I said, why don't you punch me in the stomach? Wow. I'll act like you guys are strong, and everybody will think you were strong.
Wow, so you kind of...
It was actually my idea.
Holy cow, wow. Did he do it a little too hard, or did maybe...
Yeah, only because it's hard to breathe now after so many years, but I think it was worth it.
That's so crazy. I can't believe it was your idea. That takes a lot of balls and guts.
I knew I was strong, and sometimes the men, especially Billy and Jimmy, they didn't have much going on upstairs, and they were very sad and lonely. So I thought,
Okay.
how can I help them?
Sure. I'm so sorry. Do you need a Tylenol or something, or your Pepto? You're okay?
It's fine. I'm hooked up to the machine. I should be fine in a little bit.
Maybe this wasn't the best idea. Maybe you shouldn't have done it. I don't know. Wow. So where were Billy and Jimmy when this happened? Were they in their dojo, just like farting around, or like they didn't even?
Typical Billy and Jimmy in the dojo. In the dojo. Anytime I said, "Where are they?" In the dojo. Yeah. So that's where.
I gotcha. I mean, they were good at what they did. I guess they trained hard to be karate masters.
Trained very, very hard. I was very proud of them. Billy being my boyfriend, Jimmy, his twin brother.
Right.
Now
it says. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Oh no, please go ahead.
Okay. Now, rumor has it that you dated both of them, and that's like, twin brothers. Like what? That's a Maury moment waiting to happen. So. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Guilty as charged, Ryan. Guilty as charged. Listen, I know it was no secret, but I'm here to tell you that Billy on the surface was my boyfriend. Everybody knew, Billy and Marian. Sure. My real love, though, was James. James was the love of my life. How difficult was it because they were brothers,
Yeah. I mean, definitely. At the end of the game, they fight each other for your heart. So that's like you're tied to the ceiling somehow, and then like they fight each other, and whoever wins gets you. Did you like that? Like you were the prize in a way, or?
Oh, of course. Listen, I loved that idea. That I was the prize. I love that. Now, when they said they were fighting for my heart, rumor has it that it was actually my heart, that, they were going to cut my chest open, take my heart, and it was going to be a different kind of game.
Okay.
Fortunately for me, that's not the way it happened.
Definitely. Yeah. You just got a bruised tummy out of it.
Yeah. For so many years and a lot of doctor bills. But,
sorry. There's no insurance at the dojo?
Isn't that so funny? We just caught it. I was in between insurances, and it just never worked out.
That's how they get you. It's your pre-existing condition.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So what did Jimmy have that Billy didn't? Why'd you say like Jimmy was your love? I mean, they were twins, so they're pretty similar.
It's a great question. James just had an aura about him. He, frankly, Billy was a little boring. It was like he spent too much time in that dojo just fueling his brain with karate and the kicks and the punches. And I think something really went wrong with his head, where James was much more of like, I want to write poetry. I'm going to pretend to be strong, but I'm not really going to be as strong as you think. He was a lover at heart.
Can you pretend to be strong and it works? I didn't know that.
Yeah, actually, Brian, I was going to say, if you wanted any help with that, you just have the aura. They were very good actors, both of them, I will give that. And it was funny. I was at a convention not too long ago because, I also do conventions.
Do you?
I'm a big hit at the convention.
Oh, that's cool. What do you do there? Sign autographs or anything? Like, what do you?
Yeah, well, and then I also have the punching booth. So it's like a booth, it's like a dunking booth, only that they punch me in the stomach and we all get a big kick out of it. So ow. Okay.
Wait, maybe so people pay you And you let him punch or
And
kick
I let them punch or kick or whatever, just
Jesus.
because, again, like James and William, they have a lot of frustration. They want to be manly, but they're not. They like to write poetry. They're not what they think. And I say, hey, you know what? I'm confident in myself. Now, listen, my red dress looks a little different when I wear it now, but
you still look great,
Oh, thank you. It's the roots. I get my roots done. But
that is a thing too. Every time they either punch you and put you over their shoulder or whatever, or you bent over, you'd see a little part of your underwear. People always talk about that.
Always. And I say to myself, thank God, I had it on. I laugh about that because, what they say, make sure you have good underwear in case you're in a car accident or get punched in the stomach. That's
right?
the old adage. Yeah, that's what they say.
Hold on. I want to focus on this con thing for a minute. So people come and punch you. Do you work out a lot? Do you have like an ab roller or something, or do you have like pretty crazy abs?
I have to. I mean, I joke around about the dress, but I'm actually in fantastic.
Yeah,
you wouldn't even really know that I was burnt years old. And I really thank you for giving me. I will say this, Brian, about you is that I am so grateful for the attention because I don't want to spend my whole life thinking that I'm just, that girl.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
with the underwear. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. You were in fighting games too. People could use you as a fighting cow, which is kind of cool, So you kind of got involved that way.
Yeah. Thank you. I really did book a lot of work. I was a working character and, you really can't ask for much more than that.
Seems awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just still thinking of people I never saw. I mean, I've gone to some cons. I've never seen it, but I would definitely. I feel like I would feel bad. I mean, I'm not strong, but
Well, and I remember seeing. Actually, I don't know if you remember.
What happened?
I don't know if you remember this, but I feel as though you're saying I didn't know that happened. I think you were at one of these.
The cons are
yeah
really.
I swear I saw you and you tried to hit me. Nothing happened. But so what happens is like, let's say it's going to be at 2:00. People start lining up for a long time, at least 1:45. They start lining up just to punch me, and it's a big kick. But I swear I saw you, but maybe not.
Maybe I could have been on a different line. I don't know. If I saw you, I probably would have been like. But maybe I kind of was interested. Then like, I don't want to punch Marian. That seems mean. But hey,
I know it seems to me. But the good thing is I can take it.
Money.
Hey, listen, you got to pay the bills, as they say.
The doctor bills.
Yeah, you got to pay that. And I spend a lot of time there. And fortunately, I started dating the one doctor, so that worked out. And then his wife got in the way, but that was a whole other thing. But
you guys have a punching competition.
Yeah, and listen, I said to him, "Hey, are you like, what should you do?" But it all worked out.
So are you still with Billy or Jimmy? I mean, it seems like you're not.
Listen, they have moved on. Do I get phone calls from them every now and then? I'm not going to lie. I do.
Okay.
And does my heart flutter when I see James? It does.
Nice.
Okay. And I feel good about that because I feel that it's nice to know that something like that wouldn't get between us. It's nice to know that we still have a relationship despite all of the fighting techniques, the gangs, everybody goes through something.
You've been through a bit more than most, right? I guess. But so the love triangle didn't really affect the three with all three of you, or
no,
is it weird? Is it weird?
No, it's not. I mean, listen, the three of us get together sometimes and
nice.
I mean, I'm not gonna, I don't want this to be on the the news
already.
But I'm not gonna lie.
You do. Yeah, well that's interesting. Wow. So yeah, it does seem all right. Maybe it's kind of making sense. They are a little dumb, like you said, or at least Billy is.
Yeah. Right? Billy, dumb, and really? And God love him. Nice guy, sweet as pie, got a good heart, but just really, couldn't spell his name.
Oh.
Yeah. He had 3 L's in it. One time I said, well, what are you, an idiot? And he said, yeah, I am. So
I don't know. It's funny you said that. I'm not sure if you know this. In the third Double Dragon game, in the intro, there's a really serious typo. It says the Dragon Brothers, Bimmy and Jimmy. So maybe he wrote that.
Maybe he wrote it. I think you're right, Brian. I do. I think he wrote it. And I will say that it's very wonderful that they are brothers, because I felt as if when Billy was with me or Jimmy was with me, they're one and the same. And I'm sure a lot of your viewers who are twins share women, and it's all a good thing.
I don't know if that's a normal thing.
I'm pretty sure it's a very normal occurrence.
It kind of should be, I guess. That makes sense. They're the same. If one's busy, you got the other one on hold.
Now, are you a twin?
I'm not. Thank God. Only one thing looks like me. Yeah.
Right.
But hey, I mean, I've never known twins to share like that, but I would like to find out. There's twins that live next door to us. Like they're older. It's an older couple now, the guy, but
I bet he does.
Wow.
Age knows no number. I think that's what they say. Is that the expression?
Something like that. Yeah.
Your twins, you take part in it. Yeah.
Did you know Alyssa Milano played you in the movie? Was that exciting for you?
Well, I heard that. I was a little taken aback that they didn't ask me.
Right, sure.
But being a cartoon and everything, I guess it was difficult. But good for her. I actually enjoy her. Who's the boss? And
you are, it seems like.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm not great at text. I'm not really a texter. I didn't come from the world of texting, but I paged Jimmy the other day, and he when I called him back, and he said that he said,
who's the boss?
Yeah, he said, who's the boss? I said, I am. And we laughed. It was funny. I'm also a jokester. I tell you.
Oh, that's nice. So yeah, I mean, I was wondering if you were talking to the gang members and you told them a bad joke. That's why they punched you. But see, we all thought it was like they wanted to kidnap you and they wanted to steal the dojo from Bimmy and Jimmy, and then they figured that was a good way to get at them.
Right.
But you were really the mastermind behind this whole thing.
And like anything in life, Brian, years later, you find out the truth, right? How many times do you say, I'm basically revealing things to you that has always been kept secret?
Yeah.
It was always it always made it look like these gang members were mean. No, they were just writing poetry.
You're big on the poetry with these guys.
Oh, because it was beautiful. And I had said, I wish that they would come up with a Double Dragons night where they read it. But this is the thing. They don't want to,
Is it lay down? To lay down, or?
They don't want to reveal.
Oh.
They don't want to reveal.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Did even like Abobo, the big guy, did he write poetry? Have you met him, Abobo?
I want to say something. He not only does he write poetry, he is one of the best drawers I've ever seen in my life.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah, he does.
Those big giant hands of his.
You ever see? Well, you know what? That's funny. You said that about his hand, and how I knew he was a drawer is one Thanksgiving. Yeah. He draws the turkey with this hand, the way they do with the feathers, and I said it's taken up the whole page.
Okay, so you spent Thanksgiving with the gang?
We're all friends, and we we're like a family. It's like any. Listen, I'm sure Mario and that they're all friends. We're all part of the same.
Yeah. You're all part of history.
Well, yes, yeah.
Now, what else was there? Do people try to, again, back to the con thing? So punching and kicking's fine. Is it extra? Sometimes in the game they use like a bat, they use like a chain. Can people use other like weapons against?
It's yes, and I welcome that. I welcome that because I say, you know what, you guys that are lining up. Hey, you made me who I am. So go ahead, take out whatever little nunchuck, whatever you have. Yeah. I'm fine with it. Yeah, wow. God, I'm happy to make them happy.
That's beautiful. You give back to the fans. Wow,
you know what? Isn't that a great way to think of it? And a lot of them say to me, they say, you're not evil after all.
Right. Yeah. You're just a girl who got punched and was taken away. Oh, so, and speaking of, in another game,
Mhm.
what it looks like to us, instead of they don't punch you, they don't kick you, they just mow you down with a machine gun,
That's right.
and we think you're dead, but clearly you're not.
Here I
So
am. And I'm
what
so
was that
glad.
like? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're bringing up all these things because, I forget a lot. It was so many years ago, and I almost forgot about the machine gun.
How could you forget? That would stick
Yeah.
in my mind, I think.
I know, it's just we've been through so many things
Sure.
together.
Yeah.
Well, that hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, so it was real. It wasn't like trick photography. That was real.
No, they asked me if I wanted a stunt double, and I said, "Hey, listen, I'm Marian. I don't need a stunt." Some of the other gals did, but I said no. I said I'm going to do it.
You're like Tom Cruise out there.
Oh, that's funny. I have been compared to him before. Yes. So you're on the money, Brian.
Oh
you understand.
Do people can you put like a cup of water above your head and have people punch you and see if the water doesn't like fall off your head like some people do at carnival shows?
Now that's a really great idea.
Hey.
I'm going to talk to my agent about that.
Fun one.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I've had the same agent for many, many years, and like I said, we're all a family, basically. Yeah.
And you still do the cons. What else do you do? I mean, do you still train at the dojo? Do you think things like that? Are you married? Are you settled down at all? Or?
Oh, well, right now, of course, with the investigation, I don't speak too much about that, about my secret husband, but I am married. Well, the doctor is another story. I like to call myself a woman about town.
Sure. I mean, it seems like it. Wait, who's the secret husband?
Well, I mean, I guess he's not secret anymore. Carl, they're talking about you. He, at least he's laughing because, he said, because he used to play the game as a kid, and he said, did I ever think I'd marry Marian? And here we are.
That'd be like marrying Chun-Li or Miss Pac-Man for me. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm actually good friends with Miss Pac-Man. Yeah, good friend.
We had her on a long time ago. She was a delight.
Oh, she probably one of your best guests. I really enjoyed her, really. But she's a doll, and she's still got that baby face, but she'll lose it. But anyway, Carl was saying, "Isn't it so?" So we are married. There is an investigation going on with us, but that'll be over soon.
For what? What's being investigated?
Carl, should I tell them? He was married before, and then we got married again, so it was illegal, and then she tried to kill me, and I said, don't kill me, punch me, because that's my thing.
Of course.
And it was just a big hullabaloo, and then he of course he knows, listen, I love Carl, don't I love you? He's nodding his head, but he knows that James is my true love, so we sometimes get in arguments over that. So
wow, this is crazy. Everyone's so accepting of each other's other loves and extracurricular activities.
Well, you almost have to be, you almost have to be. It's like, what am I going to do? It is 2020. It's the year of let's embrace everything. So.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. What does Carl do? How'd you guys meet?
Carl, should I tell? No, Carl's a dress designer.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah, and it's so funny because when I met Carl, right? So I was hanging out at one of the local dojos around here, and
it's a lot of them.
There's so many, and it's funny because every time I go, I get people want to punch me, and I say, "Hey, do it at the cons."
Right, pay me $20.
Yeah. It's like, what am I? For free?
Yeah.
And he came up to me and he said, I don't like that dress. And I said, who is this guy? Well, he was a dress designer, and he wanted to make a whole new dress for me. And
so is it shorter or long? Because you wear very mini skirts. Did he not like it because it was too short, or he wanted it even shorter?
He didn't like it at first because it was too short, right? And then he said, I want it to be short. So that's actually what I do. He's the owner of the t-shirt dresses for the characters in the and so that's basically what I wear. And he has an underwear line and everything because we market that on the side, another way for us to make money. So we're hustlers,
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Does he have a booth next to you, like at the cons, to sell underwear?
Oh, I have to say he always comes with me because, he's like my protector.
Yeah. This is weird. Do you guys, I mean, I don't think you need protection, obviously, but do you guys play around with the whole punching thing? Like, is that like a kinky thing you guys do? It seems.
Oh, like sexually, you're
Sure.
asking me?
Yeah.
Sure. Brian's asking me about sexually. Yeah. When I'm feeling up to it, 'cause sometimes it still hurts,
Sure.
when I'm feeling up to it. We
Right.
do partake in those games. After all, I'm a game player. I'm
Yeah.
as much as a player as the rest of the people who play the games.
I'm just saying that's a very unique thing to you guys to be able to do. Like the whole wow, that's it's just
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
And it's so funny because we were actually going to copyright the move, our sexual move where he hits me in the stomach, and we just haven't gotten around to it, just being so busy.
Can you copyright that?
Yeah, apparently so. We have a friend who's a lawyer is talking to him. So
Okay, well, good luck
yeah.
with that. I hope. Yeah, I'll make sure if I ever do it to my wife, I'll ask
Well,
you.
the
First.
one thing that I really love about Carl is he's not a drunk. Jimmy and James used to like to, hit the bottle a little
Oh, is that right?
bit. That is true. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they seem like good. They seem like doing the honorable thing, saving you, but then they get into that spat and start fighting each other at the end. So it's like
It's all a ruse, Brian. It was
Hmm.
all a game. That's what people don't understand. It's actually, they call it Double Dragon. It wasn't supposed to be a Double Dragon,
Yeah.
even at first. It was, yeah, no, it was supposed to be Double Kitty. They were these real sweet guys that were very
The
soft and,
poets.
yeah, poets. And then the dragon came about it. So they said, because I have a rep to protect. So,
Yeah. Oh, I know. I mean, Double Dragon sounds a little better than Double Kitty.
that's
right?
what I said. That's
Yeah.
what I said. I said you're looking at a different kind of game, calling it that.
Yeah.
Thank God.
What was the game of Double Kitty? What was that going to be like? Were you still involved in that one too?
I was involved, and instead of kicking me, what they would do is they just nudge me a little bit. When you're like ordering at the deli and you get your number and you kind of nudge them. That's really what it would have been.
Okay.
And it would have been a boring game. I don't think people would have
A lot of nudging.
latched on. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
yeah.
Wow, crazy. Look at that. So what's the plan now? What are you planning on doing? Is another game in the future? Do Billy and Jimmy still want to get out there and make a new Double Dragon, or what's the plan for you?
Yeah, listen, we're available. We're not on social, we're not on this, but we have agents working nonstop. We do have, I don't know if you've ever heard of the supermarket Wegmans, but like we're doing a meet and greet at Wegmans. So we have that lined up.
Okay.
And of course, with the pandemic, it's been really difficult.
Yeah.
But we're available if you want to do another movie, if we want to do another game, it's like what we always say, and this is something that we all say in our community: why should Qbert get all the money?
You know what? Qbert was on. He blew a lot of his money on Coke, unfortunately.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why should he kind of get all the recognition when we're out here hustling just as much?
You guys are legends also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, I'm so happy that you brought us to the
I hope it helps
again. Yeah. Thank you. Because we need it. We any publicity is good publicity, as
totally.
they say.
You said you're not on social media, but man, if you started a TikTok or something and showing people punching you, I think that
what? That's a great look at Carl nodding his head. Carl says, cha-ching, cha-ching. He's always ready to pip me out making money, this Carl. So that is a good thing, Brian. You better talk to Brian, Carl,
Carl, we'll chat later. What is it that what you go to a lot of doctors, you say, what are they saying is like going to happen in the future? Are you going to be okay? Or is it going to keep getting worse? Do they want you to stop getting punched?
Listen, what's so funny is that when I go into the doctors initially, when they see me, it's almost like a knee-jerk reaction. They want to punch me, and I say, "Hey, I'm here for help." So as soon as they get over that, I think that's why it's been so difficult for me to get any kind of help because, people look at me like, but this is what we're supposed to do with you. And it's like, hey, buddy, I'm the one that made this game.
Yeah.
You show me some respect. That's usually what I say.
That's good.
Who knows? I could be dead tomorrow.
I certainly hope not. If you do, I will put this out as a tribute.
I really appreciate that.
Definitely.
I really appreciate that. You're a good kid, and I appreciate all the help you've given us.
Yeah. You see, it's like some people have that punchable face, like Ben Shapiro. You got that punchable stomach, I guess.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I'll tell you something. It's a good thing I keep it hard because some of these people, right? They say, "Ow."
Like when they punch you?
When they punch me, it's like I'm hurting them. They're not hurting me,
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, I listen. The 80s, there were a lot of ab exercises. The 90s, there was a lot of ab exercises. So by now, if you're not doing, if you don't have your Peloton.
Yeah. I mean, you're wearing the mini dress now. I can see the abs look rock hard.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank you. It's the one thing, my face may be falling down, but my abs are always tight. So that's great.
How many sit-ups a day do you do?
Well, now it's funny. I would say the last time, Carl, what do you say? I try to do 1,200
a day.
Holy
shit.
And it's rough. But I say, you know what? You're the one who made there would not be a Double Dragon without Marian. So it's worth it. Every time I do that, I say, you want to keep your career alive or, and
one more. Yeah. I hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's opening scene really made the game so memorable.
Oh, I'm really proud of that work.
It was a punch and the underwear made it very, very memorable.
Thank you. And what people don't know is as a cartoon, it's hard to get work,
Yeah,
I mean, I was over there, trying to be in I can't tell you how many times I auditioned for the Flintstones, and then never got anything. So this was a good when I got into the gaming, it actually helped my career.
Nailed it. Yeah. I bet you Carl wishes that was his underwear.
Yeah, don't you, Carl? Carl just laughs, because he knows he can have me anytime he wants, unless Jimmy's around.
Oh,
but
he's okay with that, with Jimmy, if he wants to take you out, or?
You know what? I make a good impression when we go to his high school reunion, when he go to see his friends. Yeah. So he says, you know what? As long as you're by my side, I don't care what you do. So I got lucky. I got lucky with him.
Certainly did. Carl seems great.
Yeah, Carl's great.
Maybe we'll have him on someday.
Oh, please. Yeah, Carl would love. Look at him. Look at him. He's over there stirring his tea and he just. Yeah.
Oh, Carl. Wow. I mean, this is I learned so much.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Knowing that it was your idea down to the threesomes, I guess, with the twins and everything. Now, you don't think it's tacky? You don't think people said it's kind of tacky you've dated the twins?
And I say to them, get a life. If you're a twin and you know it, and I don't care if there's any twins listening, they know they do the same thing.
I think you'd know if you're a twin, yeah.
Yeah, and if you do, and here's the funny thing: if you don't know you're a twin, right, and you partake in some kind of unorthodox behavior, maybe you are a twin.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. But most twins, listen, I've been with a lot of twins, none as good as Jimmy and Billy, but I've been with a lot of twins.
Have you?
Oh yeah, please. I didn't get my Double Dragon. Get it? That's my nickname. That's what they call me. The twins. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew? So
who knew?
Is there like an app? Well, you guys, you don't know. Is there like a secret underground for like twin swingers or something?
Yeah, but you know what? There probably is, but I do feel like you name one person who hasn't been with a twin, and I'll give you $1 million.
I haven't. I don't think. Jeez.
I don't know. Think harder. I think you have.
Okay, maybe
you have.
Gotta ask my wife if she's got a secret sister or brother.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Wow. This has been great. Do you want to play a quick game with me before we go?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's play a game of Wed, Bed, Dead, everybody. So you're going to have a lot of fun with this one, Marian. So
okay, great.
I'm going to give you 3 video game characters. All you got to do is tell me who you want to wed, who you want to bed, and who you want dead. Okay. This next one, right up your alley, by the way, from Street Fighter 2, Balrog. So he's kind of like Mike Tyson. He's basically just like Mike Tyson in a way. Big black boxer, giant muscles, the crew cut, can punch so hard So if that's your thing, which it seems like it
and
is,
you know it is. Carl,
yes.
cut your ears. Wed.
So there's Balrog right there. Big boxing glove. He's got a uppercuts, flash, headbutts, everything. You know, he's got it all. This next one, you may kind of enjoy this too. It was from a very popular scene in God of War. Aphrodite, who's the god of like beauty and love and sex, and she's she's kind of a real whore in the game in a good way. Sure. All she wants to do is fuck Kratos, the main guy, like constantly, and she has a bunch of girls who like her servants that are all over her as well. So very, very sensual character there.
Right.
We all know Aphrodite.
Sure.
And then another woman from one of the most recent blockbusters ever, Abby from The Last of Us. So Abby is man, if I can, she grows on you. She's got huge arms, like a UFC fighter, you know. Okay. She is, you think she's a bad girl, but eventually she just wants to avenge. I don't want to give away too much. Avenge what happened to her, or she kills one guy, you know, who's very one of the main characters, just because this guy really fucked everything up for a lot of people. So she wanted to like kind of, you know, do one for America and kind of kill this dude. But she goes on this huge revenge thing, and she's an awesome character, very tough, but also very soft inside.
Yeah, very nice arms. Yeah,
huge, great arms. All these characters, Balrog, Abby, and I guess Aphrodite's more of a sensual thing. But three very different choices. What do you got here, Mary? We got Balrog, Aphrodite, and Abby. Wed, bed, dead.
Okay, so I'm actually going to go in order.
Okay.
I'm actually going to go in order. So I say wed.
Yeah, your accent just
yeah, sometimes I go in and out. I go in and out with the pain. It's like all of a sudden I'm from Long Island. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Wed this gentleman. With,
Balrog.
Yeah, because I feel like, you know, it would be fun. Sorry, it would be fun. I would be in a lot of pain, but just thinking about it, it's like, oh my God, I can't breathe. Yeah. You know, Aphrodite bed. I mean, you know, listen,
she knows what she's doing.
Well, she knows what she's doing in the kitchen. You got to go with her.
Okay.
And Abby, listen, I love your arms. I love everything about you, but I got enough softness in my life between Carl and the boys, the twins. Yeah.
Wait, you have kids yourself? Or I mean the
lead people. I'm sure I have some children, but I mean the twins. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Great choices. Yeah. Now here's the thing. I mean, you wed Aphrodite. You just have even though in this version of our game, people are just like, well, don't you bed them also? But it's like, nah, you married for like 10, 15 years. Sometimes that kind of goes away. Yeah. But with her, I feel like it would just be every fucking day nonstop.
Well, that's why you can't wed, you know, because then it's like you want a little break. It might be too much, but to say bed right there, Aphrodite's right there. God bless her, you know. Yeah. No, that's really important. And I'm really, I have to say, maybe she could help me a little bit with her outfit. She seems to wear a lot more clothes than I do. But
you know what? This picture, I want it to be proper. This is actually a censored picture. She is almost butt naked in the game.
Yeah.
So that purple thing you see there, that's actually censored.
Yeah, that's like pajamas, you know, to her. Yeah.
All right. So I will bet Aphrodite. That's what I'll do. You know why? Because that'll make me a better lover in the future. I will learn some tips from her.
Good. And if only she was a twin, you'd be a star in the bedroom.
And she's a goddess. So it's like, how often does that come around?
Right.
You know?
Right.
And she's got all her servants. She's got all of her servants there. It might be like a sevensome eventually. Which, you know what?
Yeah, we can only hope. You know, you can only hope.
Now, Balrog's a boxer. He's got money. Great protector. But I'm gonna wed Abby, and here's why. Because she was like the leader of the Fireflies, which is this group that really tried. You know, they did bad stuff. They did good stuff. They did bad stuff. But man, she's been through a lot, and I feel like she just wants to relax and settle down.
Right.
So I'll wed her. Plus, she's a great fighter. Good with she's very good at snapping people's necks from behind.
Oh, don't we all wish we had that?
You know what? Coming soon. I think we may need that, like, for real.
Yeah.
And then Balrog, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but he's going to dead in this one. I'm going to have to dead him.
Yeah.
I think, because I like him. He's a good character to use, but in this situation with these two women,
He might be a little intense for you. I can see it.
A
I
little.
can see he'd be a little intense for you.
And if I bet, I think it would hurt. He seems like a giant man.
Yeah, which is like, look at Carl saying, yeah. He's just hoping we had a threesome. But
With who?
are they still calling them these days?
I think so. Was it a neighbor or just any random person?
Oh, yeah. Listen, Carl and I are very expressive in the bedroom. That's why we only have bedrooms in our house. So the kitchen's the bedroom, the bed,
Wow.
Yeah.
You got a 12-bedroom house. Look at that.
But when you're only wearing a T-shirt and underwear all day, things can get crazy.
Seriously. I try to do that. My wife tells me to put some pants on, damn it. So, Marian, wow. I mean, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome, Brian.
You need like an ice,
so much.
Like an ice pack or something?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to lay down. I've exerted a lot of energy for the day. And but what a pleasure talking to you, really.
Pleasure's all mine. Carl, be nice to her later.
Right? He just grunted. All right, come on, warm up the car. I got to go to the doctor's. All right, Brian. Thanks again.
Thank you, Marian. Everybody else, thank you for listening. And we will talk to you all next week. Bye. Today's playable character was played by Katina Correo. Check out her new children's book, Katina Von Silly, anywhere on Amazon or her website, katinacorreo.com.